Hey, hi everyone. My name is Ben, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of ISO. ISO stands for AI Search Optimization. We help our brands get more leads from ChatGPT. And today, I want to talk to you about an interesting concept, which is that often in marketing, or especially in online marketing, there is a concept of funnel. And there is the concept that someone who's looking to buy something will go through different stages. So they will start from something like informational. So for instance, they have like a general question on what are the best way to look good for a wedding. And then, once they've learned more about the different ways to look good during a wedding, they might hone in on a specific product. So maybe they will hone in on a specific cream, like cream for their beard or cream for their skin. Um, and they may start to ask more and more information about a specific cream for the face. So this is when we often say we go from informational to something more, a bit more commercial. Um, and then once they've really understood what the different options for face cream, maybe they will start to ask about the price and where they can buy the product. So now you know, it's getting hotter in terms of how likely the person is to buy. Um, and that's when you get into the stage that is sometimes called transactional. So informational, commercial, transactional, that's one example of a typical funnel. So a typical journey through which the buyer goes through before he buys. And marketers like to look at different stages of the journey separately because different content, for instance, will be appropriate to different parts. So if it's informational, you want to talk about the different products available to get ready for a wedding. There's many ways that you can look good for a wedding, but then as you go through the funnel and the person is hotter and hotter, which means more and more likely to buy, the lead is hotter and hotter. And once you get to transactional, you want to be very accurate, start to talk about prices and concept like this. It's not really relevant to talk in detail about, shipping option, for instance, when the person is not even sure what kind of product he wants to buy. This only makes sense when the person is quite likely to buy, right? There are other similar concepts, such as awareness and discovery. Those concepts are somewhat overlapping with informational and transactional, but they're a little bit different. But they all describe this idea that the customer goes through different steps of the funnel. And we often say it looks like a funnel because you have also more and more, less and less people, but the people are more and more likely to buy, right? So you might have many people inquiring about wedding preparation. You are going to have less that are inquiring about shopping option for a specific face cream in the south of uh, the Netherlands, for instance. So this is cool. And another thing with ChatGPT that is very interesting is that people often say that maybe different websites are relevant for different parts of the funnel. So maybe Google is better for informational, and then your own website would be the place for transactional content, right? So bottom of the funnel content. And what's interesting with ChatGPT is that ChatGPT is the funnel. And what I mean with that is that we have more and more users who now do the entire discovery process from the very informational question all the way to very specific questions on transactional questions inside one single conversation. So they don't go from one website to the other. They go to ChatGPT, they do the research, then they compare options, and then they ask for prices and best way to buy the product, right? So informational, commercial, transactional, all in one place. Crazy stuff. And as much as I like to talk, I actually wanted to show you the receipts, to show you the real thing. So I wanted to show you an actual conversation, and I discovered that during um, a great call with a potential partner of us. Um, when we were looking at different options to different options in the travel space, the travel sector, and we took an example of traveling to Italy. And I want to show you a conversation that we found that is very interesting, where you can see the person going through different stages. There are many of them, and you can find them on our website, getiso.com. There is a free trial. You can go look for the topic that you're interested in and see if you find information, really interesting conversations. This can help you create content. This can help you um, really read into your customer's mind and understand what they are looking for on ChatGPT. And of course, then you can build the right kind of content to answer those questions. You can make sure you're distributing the content in the right place, and all of this will lead you to get more leads from ChatGPT. But the first thing you need to know to be more visible in ChatGPT is what people are asking ChatGPT. And now I want to go into this specific example and show you. Right, here we go. So now, I selected a conversation. So this is our app. In our app, you can look for conversations. You can also look at different other features, in particular how many leads you're getting from ChatGPT and what were the prompt that people ask ChatGPT before they send you to your website. And this is one which is the first feature really that we built. You can just look for any topic and then see conversations in that people are asking ChatGPT. You can see things like the average conversations per month, the brands that are mentioned. You have some filters, and in this one where I put celiac because obviously it's relevant for the rest, we have a conversation where the user starts with, "Hey, can you give me an itinerary for a trip to Italy for 2 weeks?" So this is informational, right? This is quite general. There's some specificity like Italy and 2 weeks, but it's still very high level. You wouldn't expect to see many brands in this answer, for instance, right? It's going to be mostly about location in Italy and general, description. Now, from this stage, can you tell me places to eat in Rome? I have celiac, right? We keep the typo because those are real conversations, so this is a real conversation. Can you tell me places to eat in Rome? So we can see now the user is giving more, is asking more specifically for places, right? For specific names. So now the conversation is becoming commercial. We're comparing different options, different companies, really, in this case, restaurant. And what I love is that it then gets transactional. Can you put it in a list with price range? So the person is becoming quite likely to buy now. So in one conversation, we have the entire funnel from informational, just information about Italy. Now, places to eat. Okay, so we're starting to be, we're comparing options, commercial options, and all the way down to transactional, starting asking about questions about prices. So this is pretty fantastic. Uh, you have other conversations here. You can find more, and as I mentioned, you have a free trial at getiso.com. And the point that I wanted to make is that more and more, there are not different funnels. ChatGPT is the funnel.